This is Morgan and I'm Jordan, and we run a small business called Open Hands Creative. It's a eco-friendly art business, and we run lots of workshops and sketch nights and art events. It's a very exciting time because we haven't been open for very long, only about 5 months. One of the things that we really want to achieve with our business is creating a community of people where everyone feels comfortable and excited to express themselves, but also excited to be sustainable and make choices in their lives that are more geared towards environmentally friendly options. And we think that creativity is one of the best ways to inspire people to do those things, because when you see the world as beautiful, you want to protect it.
Yeah, so me and Jordan have been on different paths, different creative paths. Jordan did a undergrad in interior architecture with honours and then continued to do a postgrad of applied art. Whereas I, funnily enough, also did architecture. I did mine undergrad at UWA, and then I continued to do a Masters of Applied Art and Design, specialising in abstract paintings. So we have our art practices separate, and then we have the business together, which is great because all aspects of our life are creative. Jordan's very arts and crafty. She does a lot of weaving, cross-stitching. She's an amazing illustrator, whereas every day that I'm not working on the business, I'm in my studio painting. So painting's really my passion. Yeah, and then together we've started this journey, like Jordan said, only about 5 months of Open Hands Creative, which has been very inspirational, I think. What do you think is the importance of creativity in our local community? So this is something that we are really actually passionate about, because creativity is something that should be exercised every day, and it's within everyone. So the biggest thing that I kind of say to people is that you put aside time for so many things in your life. So you put aside time for sport. So you have your local sporting community, you have your sporting club that you go to, which you enjoy being a part of that group. And you put aside time for your family. So you put aside time for family time, family nights. You put aside time for your friends, but rarely people put aside time for creativity. And I think that's what we're trying to bring to the local community through Open Hands, is just getting people involved, not being afraid to express yourself. So that's why our sketch nights are so good. So a casual Thursday night, why not come and sketch for 2 hours? You have to put aside the time to exercise that side of your brain, because it's really useful, I think, in every aspect of your life.
Go. Does your creativity come in waves? How do you deal with that? My creativity has always come and gone in waves, as does anyone who's creative. I'm sure everyone knows that. When you're on your own, you have to deal with that yourself. I mean, it's hard, but you've just got to move forward and do sketch designs, just keep mood boarding, that kind of thing. And sometimes, honestly, you do have to force it. Creativity isn't one of those things that always comes to everyone automatically. You've got to exercise that part of your brain. So yeah, sometimes you have to get past that hurdle. You just have to keep going, and then it will come to you. So that's a good recommendation for anyone who's alone. But the other thing is that a great thing for me is that I now have my partner, Morgan, to run things by. So whenever I have a creative block in the business or in my personal life or in my personal craft, I can turn to Morgan. So we bounce off each other. So that's the best thing about having a partnership and working in a business together. And it's also what we want to bring to the community. So we really want to create a space where people can come and bounce ideas off of each other. We want people to really just express themselves creatively together as a community.
What moments make all the hard work worthwhile? We get a little bit of happiness at every single workshop that we do. The best part about running workshops is actually talking to everyone that comes, to make a personal connection, to see them advance throughout the workshop. So a lot of them are quite scared of drawing at the start, and then by the end of it, they have completely express themselves at us smiling and just saying thank you for opening up that side of me. Another really amazing moment for us, which just made the whole business, everything in life worthwhile, is our amazing mural. So behind us is a community mural that we did. We ran a workshop where 8 participants from the local Melville community came, learnt about murals. They learnt about how you design it, how you prep the wall, and then we got to paint it all together. And it was actually part of Melville City Open Studios Trail. So we had other members from the community coming to watch us. Everyone was just having fun, eating food. I got to teach people how to paint, which is my main passion. Just had the biggest smile on my face all day. Driving home, I was like, why did I leave? I just want to sleep next to my mural. Come check it out. It's at Feld. It's amazing. Jordan actually illustrated the mural, so it's her design. She's an amazing digital illustrator. The mural is just what makes it worthwhile.
Next one. Here we go. How does your work comment on the current social or political issues? Okay, this is really interesting because we really try to focus on the environmental factor of our business. So it took us a long time to figure out what we wanted to do about that, because I always knew, and Morgan knew, that we really wanted to be environmentally friendly with whatever we did. But it was a big step when we realized that we actually wanted to make that a focus of our business. So it's not just that that's what we do and it's in the background. It's bringing it forward and making sure that everyone knows that that's what we're doing. Not just because that is the model of our business, but because bringing awareness to that as a small business, we feel is really important. So if you don't know that businesses are making steps to a more sustainable future, then there's no knowing that that's what's happening and that you can trust that business, that's the business you want to go with. So we find that's really important to make sure that we're focusing on that with everything that we do. So a few things that we do in our business, that we recycle all of our paper. So first of all, we use 100% recycled paper, and then any paper that we don't use, we take home and we shred it and we turn it into packaging, or we're going to do an upcoming workshop, which is a paper making workshop, which will use all of the recycled paper and turn it into new paper, which is a very exciting project that we have coming up. And we try to collaborate with as many businesses locally as we can to get locally crafted things. Like we have locally crafted frames that a carpenter makes for us out of recycled wood, but then we also get waste from businesses. Like the events industry, we take things like flowers that make our lovely little bouquets out of. We don't buy any of that, we dry them and save them from the events industry where they would otherwise go in the bin. And we also partner with all sorts of places that just have waste, like paper waste and all sorts of things that we can then use in our business and use creatively and inspire people through. Thank you so much for having us. We love running our sketch nights at Tiny Spaces. We run them once a month and we would love it if you came down and joined us as part of our community. We're not too scary, me and Morgan. We would love to have you and meet as many people from the community as we can. We always have so many amazing workshops running, so check out our website and you'll see there's all sorts of things up there. We've got gin and tonic, pressed flowers, wine, drawing, all sorts of things. So have a look at our wide range of workshops on our website at www.openhandscreative.com, or like, share and subscribe at Open Hands Creative on all of the social media platforms. Our main one is Instagram.